Imagine living a life where the world knows your face, but almost nothing of your heart. In 2011, Katharine Ross' name quietly appeared in a California court record, shocking those who had spent decades admiring her on the silver screen, yet knew little of her private life. For years, Ross, the unforgettable actress from The Graduate, had kept her family and personal world far from Hollywood's relentless glare. And suddenly, a single legal filing peeled back the curtain, revealing that even a life seemingly controlled, graceful, and private could hold turbulence behind closed doors. Born on January 29, 1940, in Los Angeles, Ross' early years felt far removed from the glamour of film sets. Her father, a Navy veteran turned journalist, filled the household with discipline, while her mother maintained order at home. Soon, the family moved to Walnut Creek, a serene suburb in the San Francisco Bay Area, where her days were filled with school, routines, and long rides on horseback, an early brush with freedom and the wide-open spaces that would later echo in her roles in westerns. At Diablo Valley College, a student production of The King and I introduced her to the stage, igniting a spark that would transform a distant dream into a tangible calling. Living a character on stage, feeling the lights, the tension, the audience's gaze, it was intoxicating. That experience would become the foundation for the careful, measured performances that would define her career. The early 1960s brought Ross to San Francisco's Actors Workshop, where she learned the relentless rhythm of professional theater. By the time she returned to Los Angeles, television was exploding, demanding fresh faces to fill countless new roles. Small parts on shows like The Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Gunsmoke, and Virginia honed her ability to convey tension and subtle emotion with precision. Each brief appearance was a lesson, each guest role a step toward understanding the camera's unforgiving eye. Then came the leap to film. Starting with minor parts in Shenandoah, The Singing Nun, and Mr. Budwing, Ross slowly transitioned from the ephemeral world of TV to the enduring magic of cinema. It wasn't instant stardom. Her name lingered low on cast lists, but the groundwork was being laid, patiently, deliberately. In 1967, a seemingly ordinary audition changed everything. Cast as Elaine Robinson in Mike Nichols' The Graduate, Ross brought a quiet vulnerability to the screen. She didn't dominate scenes with flamboyance. She lingered in pauses, in hesitant glances, in the tension between innocence and awakening. And audiences noticed. Suddenly, the quiet girl at the edge of Hollywood was on its center stage, earning a Golden Globe and an Academy Award nomination almost overnight. Ross' career thereafter was a study in contrasts. She navigated explosive successes like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and quietly intense films like The Stepford Wives and Voyage of the Damned. She stepped away from studio pressures, choosing projects that resonated with her, balancing stage and screen, art and life. Her personal life mirrored this rhythm. Multiple marriages, fleeting romances, and then, decades later, a steady bond with Sam Elliott emerged, a love built not on headlines, but on shared experience, patience, and understanding. Together, they built a life largely invisible to the world, alternating between Malibu and a ranch in Oregon, keeping family, creativity, and personal peace at the forefront. Even now, in her mid-80s, Katharine Ross exists on her own terms, rarely in front of cameras, often in quiet reflection, writing children's books, and savoring the life she chose beyond Hollywood's glare. Her legacy is not measured solely in awards or box office numbers, but in the subtle power of her performances, the restraint that gave depth to every role, and the courage to step away when the industry no longer fit her life. What remains is a portrait of resilience, grace, and the quiet strength of someone who navigated fame without losing herself. In the end, Katharine Ross reminds us that sometimes the richest stories are lived off-screen, in the quiet spaces where the world isn't watching.